The rain hammered the cracked pavement like it was trying to wash away every last bit of hope in the city. Aisha Khan, 19 and bone-tired, hunched under a leaking bus stop awning, her thin jacket soaked through, stomach growling louder than the traffic. She had exactly 23 rupees left in her pocket, enough for one cheap roti, maybe, if she skipped tea. Her mother lay at home in their single-room rented shack in the old part of Multan, coughing blood again, the medicine bottle empty for 3 days. Aisha had spent the afternoon begging outside the big market, palms outstretched, eyes down, swallowing pride with every "please" by sob. No one stopped. No one cared. Then she saw it. A sleek black leather wallet, half buried in a puddle near the curb, gleaming under the streetlight like it didn't belong in this world of mud and struggle. People rushed past, office workers with umbrellas, college kids laughing into their phones, a man in a shiny suit talking loudly on his call. None of them noticed. Aisha's heart slammed against her ribs. She glanced around. No one watching. She could walk away. She should walk away. But her fingers moved before her mind could argue. She bent down, snatched it up, wiped the water off with her sleeve, and opened it just enough to see. Thick stack of crisp notes, thousands, maybe tens of thousands of rupees. Credit cards. A driver's license. A photo of a smiling family. And a name, Zain Malik, CEO, Malik Enterprises. Her breath caught. Everyone in Multan knew that name. The man who owned half the factories, the malls, the new high-rises shooting up like they were mocking the old city. The billionaire who lived in a fortress on the outskirts while people like Aisha counted coins for medicine. She could take it. Just a little. Enough for the doctor, for food, for her mother's next month. No one would know. The rain would wash away her footprints. Her mother wouldn't have to suffer another night gasping for air. But something inside her, small, stubborn, the same voice that made her go to school even when her shoes had holes, whispered, "This isn't yours." She closed the wallet. Tucked it inside her jacket. And started walking. Aisha didn't go straight home. She couldn't face her mother yet, not with temptation burning against her chest like a coal. Instead, she headed toward the address on the license, an upscale office building in the new commercial district, the kind of place where security guards turned away people who looked like her. The rain eased into a drizzle as she reached the towering glass structure. Malik Enterprises. Lights glowed from every floor. A doorman in a crisp uniform eyed her suspiciously as she approached. "Sir, I found this," she said, voice barely above a whisper, holding out the wallet like it might bite her. The guard frowned, took it, flipped it open. His eyes widened. "Wait here." Minutes later, a tall man in a tailored suit emerged from the elevator. Not Zain Malik, someone younger, sharper, an assistant maybe. He looked her up and down, then at the wallet. "You found this on the street?" Aisha nodded. "Near the old bus stop. Everything's inside." "I didn't take anything." He counted the cash quickly. "More than 50,000 rupees here. Cards. Important documents. You could have kept it." "I know," she said simply. He studied her, wet hair plastered to her face, worn chappals, the way her shoulders hunched from years of carrying too much. Something flickered in his expression. Pity? Surprise? He handed her a card. "Mr. Malik wants to thank you personally. Come back tomorrow at 10 a.m. sharp. Don't be late." Aisha stared at the card. I have to take care of my mother. Bring her if you must. But come." She walked home in a daze, the rain now a soft mist on her skin. Her mother was asleep, breathing shallow. Aisha sat beside the charpai, watching the rise and fall of that fragile chest, and cried quietly. Not from sadness. From the weight of what she'd almost done, and what she'd chosen instead. The next morning, she borrowed her neighbor's dupatta to look presentable, combed her hair as best she could, and went back. The same assistant met her at the lobby. This time, he led her straight to the top floor. Zayn Malik's office was like stepping into another country: marble floors, floor-to-ceiling windows overlooking the city, a desk bigger than her entire home. The man himself stood by the window, back to her at first. Tall, broad-shouldered, impeccably dressed. When he turned, his face was unreadable, handsome in a distant, untouchable way. "You returned my wallet," he said. No hello. No smile. "Yes, sir." "Why?" Aisha swallowed. "Because it wasn't mine." He walked closer. "Do you know how many people found versions of that wallet in the last 6 months? Planted. Dropped. Left in plain sight. I lost count after 20. Every single one kept the money. Some even tried to use the cards. You are the first who didn't." Her knees felt weak. It was a test. Zayn nodded slowly. "A test of character. I run companies worth billions. I hire thousands. But trust? That's rarer than gold. I needed to see if anyone still had it." Aisha felt heat rise in her cheeks. "I almost didn't. My mother is sick. We have nothing. I thought, just a little. But you didn't," he finished. "That's what matters." He gestured to a chair. She sat, hands clasped tight to stop trembling. Zayn sat across from her. "Tell me about your mother." She did. The factory job her father lost years ago. The lung disease from years of dust and smoke. The endless hospital visits. The nights she went to bed hungry so her mother could eat. The dreams she'd buried: college, maybe a job that paid enough to heal instead of just survive. Zayn listened without interrupting. When she finished, silence stretched between them. "I don't give charity," he said finally. "But I reward integrity. Your mother will get the best treatment, private hospital, specialists, everything covered. And you? I want you to work here. Start small. Learn. Prove yourself. If you're half as honest in business as you were on that street, you'll rise fast." Aisha stared. "Why me?" "Because the world needs more people who choose right when no one's watching. And because I was once poor too. I remember what it feels like to be invisible." Tears slipped down her cheeks. She wiped them away quickly. "Thank you. But I won't take without earning." He smiled for the first time, small, genuine. "Good. That's exactly what I want to hear." Months passed like a dream Aisha never dared to have. Her mother received surgery, then therapy. The coughing stopped. Color returned to her cheeks. She laughed again, real laughter, not the weak one Aisha had grown used to. They moved into a small but clean flat paid for by the company stipend. Aisha started as an office assistant, filing, answering calls, learning spreadsheets. She worked harder than anyone, stayed late, asked questions. People noticed. Zayn watched from afar at first. Then closer. Meetings where he asked her opinion. Projects where he trusted her with real responsibility. She made mistakes, big ones, but owned them, fixed them, learned. He never shouted. He taught. One evening, after a long day, he called her into his office. The city lights sparkled below like scattered stars. "You've changed things here," he said. "People are more careful with accounts. More honest. They see you and remember what matters." Aisha blushed. "I just do my job." "No. You do what's right. That's different." He paused. "I have something for you." He slid an envelope across the desk. Inside, A letter offering her a full scholarship to university, business management, her choice of college. And a job waiting after graduation. High position. Real power. Aisha's hands shook. Sir. I can't. You already earned it, he said. The day you handed me that wallet, you earned more than money. You earned trust. And trust builds empires. She looked up, eyes shining. What if I fail? Then you'll get up and try again. That's what people like us do. Aisha thought of the rain-soaked street, the empty medicine bottle, the moment she could have stolen but chose not to. She thought of her mother's smile now, of the life they'd clawed back from the edge. Thank you, she whispered. Zayn shook his head. No. Thank you. You reminded me that kindness isn't weakness. Integrity isn't old-fashioned. It's the only thing that lasts. As she left the office that night, the city felt different. Not smaller. Brighter. She walked tall, no longer invisible. And somewhere, in the quiet spaces of her heart, she knew the real test wasn't the wallet. It was choosing who she would become when the world gave her every reason to give up. Honesty doesn't always bring riches. But sometimes, it brings something better, a life worth living, and a heart that can finally rest.